The headline reads, 10 evil robots bent on destroying humanity. Comforting, isn't it? Luckily, once you've read the article posted by How Stuff Works, you'll understand that it's about robots in film, not real life. However, the question still remains. Will there one day be robots who are in fact bent on destroying humanity? Now, while evil robots are an excellent topic for dystopian novels and horror films, the reality of the future of robots is far less worrisome. When most people picture robots, they picture computers with artificial intelligence taking over the world, but in reality, robots are just algorithms, and actually artificial intelligence already surrounds us. For starters, let's break down the definition of artificial intelligence. According to the textbook Understanding Technology, artificial intelligence, known as AI, actually just means something made or produced by human beings that has the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills. But how familiar are we with AI in our everyday lives? Well, when Google predicts what you're typing, that's AI. When your iPhone unlocks with facial recognition technology, that's AI. And even to get a little more complex, according to emerge.com, autopilot and cruise control are both examples of AI. And did you know that commercial airlines use autopilot for 90% of their flights? Heck, even the self-checkout lines at the grocery store are examples of AI. With the realization that AI machines and robots are in our everyday lives, an important question comes to mind. Is artificial intelligence going to take jobs away from humans? It's a worthwhile question. I just rattled off a few examples of AI when there are millions out there, and they're being invented to ease human life. But this easing also has the potential to take the place of human jobs. According to a CNBC study, robots could take up to 20 million jobs by 2030, with the majority of these jobs being manufacturing jobs. Even more concerning, the study goes on to say that as a result of this robotization, this could translate to an increase in income inequality. This is crazy. Think about how much manufacturing comes from entire companies and countries. How will socioeconomic differences change human lives and human interaction? What are we going to do about this, and how worried should we be about this? The answer is actually quite simple. We do what we've always done. We adapt. We think about it. Technology is relatively new. We haven't always had it around, and while it has in fact already begun to replace humans in the workplace, we haven't been destroyed. No, instead we've worked around it. We've worked with it. We adapt to life with technology, and in actuality, technology has created millions of jobs. And even according to the World Economic Forum, machines will create 50 million more jobs than they displace by 2022. An interesting interview took place with employees of the company called Engineering and Technology. They interviewed an expert on longevity, Professor Andrew Scott. In the interview, they discussed his view on how artificial intelligence and robots are changing the world of work. Scott summarizes his optimistic views perfectly. He says we shouldn't be afraid of the changes in the workforce. Simply, he says that the biggest effect for most people will be a change in how they work, changing the skills, the tasks, and the jobs that they have to do. This interview with Professor Scott alongside the World Economic Forum data saying that jobs will actually be created by technology means that we shouldn't be super scared about this change in the workforce. In conclusion, the implication of jobs being taken over by robots is scary. It means that history will be changed. As manufacturing jobs become scarce, humans will need to turn to other sources of income and adjust to this new chapter of history and our lives. I predict higher education will become a higher priority for everyone, and even though jobs will be taken, more jobs will open up for caring and maintaining these robots. While AI might not mean evil robots taking over the world with plans to destroy humankind, we must keep an eye out for our fellow humankind, and as robots take over a large portion of the job force and forever change lives, economics, and the course of humankind.